Uh, Dawson, when we were talking earlier, you mentioned that you were diagnosed with Parkinson's back in 2005, was it?
Yes.
Yeah. And since that, when that happened, you were obviously put on some medication and started treatment. Tell me about that time period when you were diagnosed and what your treatments were at that time, and just the beginning part of that story.
Well, I didn't have too much medication. What I mean by too much is mostly it was manipulation.
Right.
And
He was put in a research program.
it was kind of in a research program through KU. And so I was taken off the medication.
Okay. And since you've been coming here to Dr. Skaggs and having the oxygen treatment, how many of those treatments have you had?
I'd say
30.
30.
30 treatments? And from your very first treatment to where you are right now, just in your own words, how do you feel that it's helped you?
Oh, it's helped immensely. I can get out of the chamber after a treatment, and the oxygen has really made a difference. Well, it's similar to spring rain. Everything smells good and everything looks great, and I have very little movement.
So when you get out of the chamber after that and you feel that good, gosh, can you describe it? Is it like a euphoric feeling and you just know that you're getting healthier, or how does it make you feel?
Makes me feel, well,
Stronger.
I'm really not feeling physically, but mentally it makes me feel like everything's super.
That's great. That's awesome. And then so right now your treatment is that you're coming in and having an oxygen treatment once a week, or how often are you doing that?
It's averaged out about 2 a week.
And how did you find out about this treatment? Was it part of when you were first diagnosed, or is it something that Dr. Skaggs mentioned to you? How do you come to the point where you were having oxygen treatments?
Dr. Skaggs mentioned it. I'm sure glad he did, because it sure makes a lot of difference.
That's fantastic.
And my movement isn't really that much. And for no medication at all, I've seen people just shake something terrible. This is about as bad as it gets for me.
So you've been able to get off your medication, obviously, and the quality of life that you have right now, considering where you're at, is pretty good, right?
It's a lot better than I ever dreamed.
That's great. Is there anything you'd like to add to that story? In fact, let me put it to you this way. The way we're going to do these videos, they're going to be available for people to see literally all over the world. And if somebody's out there and they do a search on Parkinson's or treatment and that kind of thing, tell me in your own words what you could say to them to give them encouragement that they too should seek out oxygen therapy treatment.
Well, everybody is different, but I'd say get it. Go for the treatment.
His balance has been.
And it's just, the world just opens up for you. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But it worked for me, and it's worked for others. The ones that have Parkinson's, give it a try, because that's the one thing that you'd always wonder about if you didn't, and it's certainly worth it.
That's great. That's great. Good deal.